Hi everyone and welcome back to the garden. It's been a grey misty weekend here, but the birds are singing now and the shortest day of the year is nearly upon us, which means it's nearly time to start thinking about plans for next year's summer display, and also begin looking forward to that warmth of the sun. Can you remember when the sun was actually warm? It feels like ages ago, and I don't know about you, but I'm definitely looking forward to it again. Now, I have got a load of videos planned over Christmas, which are hopefully helpful, tips for winter gardening, and also preparing and planning for next year. But today's video is a look back to this summer, and also a thanks to everyone who's been watching my channel. But firstly, can you believe it's been nearly a year since I started making these videos? I don't know about you, but it's gone by so quickly here. It's absolutely flown by and it seems like 2 minutes ago. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's watched my videos this year, everyone who's liked them and left a thumbs up. That really does help the videos, everyone who's left comments, everyone who's shared them on Facebook to help other people, and everyone who's supported the channel. It really is appreciated. And when I first started doing these videos back in January, yes, there's some older, more artistic videos on the channel, but I wanted to start creating the content that I would want to watch myself. How-to videos on how you can put together a tropical style garden, the tips behind growing these plants. A lot of them are far easier than you might expect, and just generally the exotic garden as it changes through the year, because obviously UK isn't the normal sort of home for these plants, and you have to learn to go with the seasons, learn what to do at what times of the year. So I hope I've helped some of you along the journey this year, and I've got loads more videos planned for next year to keep things going then. But today's video, it's looking back to the summer this year. Some of you might know this already, but one of my biggest passions of my adult life has been photography. And whilst I was interested in a lot of the tropical and exotic plants when I was a child, that sort of faded away in my teens, and I became more interested in the photography side of things, going out and capturing the countryside, nature, and the changing seasons with my camera. And it wasn't until my 20s when both those two hobbies combined, and now having a garden outside my back door means I can go out, capture these images, see the weather changing, the seasons changing, these amazing plants grow, and it really is a bit of a release, I think, really. I enjoy going out with a camera, just having a wander around, snapping shots of the garden. And if you follow my Instagram at George's Jungle Garden, a lot of the pictures on there are just taken with my phone, just things that I happen to notice while I'm out and about. But for me, there's nothing more relaxing, there's nothing more creative than just going out with my camera, trying to piece some images together of the garden. And that's where the photo I'm going to talk about today comes in. If you've been watching my videos over summer, you'll know that some of my favourite plants from this year's summer display, the Gunnera manicata, with its absolutely ginormous leaves, it definitely looks like something that lived amongst the dinosaurs. You've got the Ensete ventricosa morellii, which is a red Abyssinian banana. Again, massive leaves, huge, great big red leaves like paddles that look amazing with the sun behind them. And then you've also got the ginger, Hedychium gardnerianum, which is one of the most exotic flowers you can grow here in the UK, and mine has really performed this year. It's looked fantastic for months on end. So one of my goals this year was to get a photo to really capture the beauty of these plants, and this is something I had planned out earlier in the year, but I needed to wait for the pieces to come together. Trying to get individual photos of plants is one thing. I think with the right light, any plant can look absolutely incredible in the right circumstances, but I wanted to create a photo of the whole garden, or at least a photo that gave the feel of the garden. Something that marked the garden's first year, its first summer, and shows the stage of the journey where we're at. So it's quite tricky when you've only been in the garden for just over a year to get a picture that conveys that feeling of being in a jungle. Because we are just in a village, the garden's quite narrow here, it's only around 7.5 metres wide. So whilst it is long, it's definitely a battle in terms of planting and perspective to create that feeling of it being a dense jungle environment packed full of tropical plants. But that's exactly what I wanted to capture. So what I did is wait until the second half of the year, because as you'll probably know by now, a lot of these tropical plants, they don't really start growing properly until July time. They really need that heat to get them going, and most tropical style gardens, they look the best from August through to September. So I tried getting some photos in August, and yes, it looked full of leaves, but that sun was still too high, and it set at the wrong side of the garden to really show all these plants in their true glory. So I came back to it in September, and when I did my garden tour video then, I had some pictures on the thumbnail for that, which made it look absolutely incredible. The light came down just the right angle, it looked fantastic. But that got me thinking, it's quite a long, narrow garden, so if I got the sun right at one end of it, shining all the way down, the plants will look even better still. So I had to wait until October. I don't know if you can hear the birds in the gardens around here singing away. It really is an amazing time of year to be out. But still, coming outside in October, the garden was even more full of life and energy than the one you see behind me. It was absolutely packed full of vibrant colours, big leaves, amazing textures. I really love that time of year when your tropical garden is at its absolute peak, but the world around you is slowly changing. It's taking on more autumnal hues, and the best thing about that time of year is both those things coincide with that amazing low golden light. When everything's just bathed in a beautiful golden glow, it's absolutely fantastic. And I came out on a couple of evenings trying to capture that, but the sun wasn't quite in the right spot. So it took a bit of persistence and a bit of luck really to come out a bit later in the month and have the right day, the right evening, when the sun was just setting in the right spot to illuminate the whole garden. And the photo, or definitely the favourite photo that I got from that night, is this one here. Now, I absolutely love this picture. It's certainly my favourite photo I've got this year, and it's got everything that really summarises the tropical garden here this year. You've got the Gunnera manicata with its huge leaves, you've got the Ensete over there, you've got the Ginger hedychium with its amazing exotic flowers, and it also really shows the garden at the end of its first summer. You've got the young palms there, the bamboos in the background, the eucalyptus, and that light, that's what I was trying to capture, that light shining through the middle. It definitely looks a world away from the grey garden here today, and it's a picture that I really love. Admittedly, this particular canvas isn't the crop of it that I prefer, so I'll show you on screen a couple of different versions of it that are cropped to an A2 and then the full size one. Another detail you might notice are these weird orange tracks weaving their way around the leaves. Now, I'd like to say that that's some mystical orb that visited the garden that I intentionally captured using a slow shutter speed to really accentuate that mystery and awe. But the reality is, it's probably some fat mosquitoes that were just weaving their way around the garden that I accidentally captured. But either way, I think that the sort of feeling of movement, of life and energy, it really combines with that sun to show the packed jungle garden that I wanted to create this year. It's hard to really show in one picture that vibrancy, that energy, just how many plants were around the garden, but I think this captured it. And when I look back in future years at the garden's first year, this is the image that I'll have in my head. Mainly because I'll have this canvas in the office right next to the laptop, but also because this is everything that I wanted the garden to be. You've got that sun, you've got the autumn leaves falling down, but you've also got these amazing tropical plants standing up strong in a UK climate, and that is what it's all about. What I've decided to do then, to celebrate the jungle garden's first year, and also give you guys at home, everyone who supports the channel, a chance to have a memory of the garden in its first year, is to offer limited edition prints of this photo. So after you've watched the video, if you go to the video description, there'll be 2 different links to my Ko-fi page. And what I'm doing is offering the image in 2 different sizes. There'll be an A2 picture, which is definitely more budget friendly, and that I'm going to do 50 of. So it's a limited edition run, there's only ever going to be 50 made in that size, so it's a chance to own a signed print, number on the back out of 50. If you get in early, you'll get a lower number, and that's all that's ever going to be made. So that one, I've got 25 in stock, ready to send out. So if you get in quick, you might just get it before Christmas, hopefully anyway. But if you want something a little bit bigger, something that really brings the tropical drama, I've got a second option, which is 30 by 20 inches. Don't know why I'm doing that, because I've got no idea how big it is, but it's massive. That one is really a size that brings that tropical drama. And that one is limited to only 20. So with that one, if you place the order now, that will be sent out to you in January, but I think it'll be worth the wait. It's an amazing print on proper quality photo paper. It's got all the colours, all the contrast, everything that really made the garden special. And that one comes with a certificate of authenticity, so you know which one you've got. And like I said, they're both limited edition runs, so that once they're printed, that's all that's ever going to be made. So here's your chance to support the channel and get something in return. An image of the garden this year, something that really sums up the garden, all these amazing tropical plants that we all love growing, and also give yourself a treat, something on the wall at Christmas, you can't go wrong. So thanks for watching this video. It's been a bit of a self-indulgent one, but more how-to videos, more helpful videos are on the way soon. See you in the next one.